What's up, everybody? So, I feel there's just no more hope for humanity. Well, there never has really been hope for humanity. In a sick kind of way, I feel like it's just best to press that red button and end this shit, you know? Now, I sound dark for saying that, but just think of what will happen if you don't press that. Like, all kidding aside, you're just going to keep hearing bad things happen on the news. You're going to keep hearing crimes. You're going to keep hearing people getting slashed, shot, murdered, whatever. Inflation's going to keep going up. Life's going to become more of a headache than it already is. You know, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So I feel like what I say to myself, like, what's the point in living through this, you know? Like, what is the real benefit in living to the very, very end of life? You know, people say he was too young, he died too young. But what people slack to understand, you're going to die regardless. Whether you die young, whether you die old, it's going to happen. So it's not like he died a different way. You know, he just died young. So how I look at it as, we're all gonna die regardless. So what's the whole point in living what's the whole point in dealing with all this shit? And what's the real benefit in making it old? It's like people I want to have a nice, long, healthy life. Now, I can understand the healthy part. Of course, everyone wants to be healthy. But why do people want to live to literally like their 90s, and some even want to make it to 100? They even have pills that make you live longer. How the fuck would you want to take pills that make you... Heck, if they have pills that end it faster, I'll take that instead. What joy are you really going to get out of living a long life? You're just going to be here longer to participate in the rat race system. You're going to be here longer to pay bills, to pay taxes, or if mortgage, or if you rent, whatever, if you know, whatever the scenario might be. You know, that's what you're gonna get out of living longer here. You're gonna deal with this bullshit longer. And to me, honestly, I find that so stupid and meaningless. It's like, I feel like the people that do die sudden, like early, they're lucky because they escape this shit way sooner than most of us people will, you know? Now, like I say, I never enlightened suicide in any way, but at the same time, I'm just saying to myself, what's the real purpose out of living a long life here? It's just struggling, suffering. It's all just hell, man. You know, I mean, I don't get the real beneficial enlightenment to be here, you know? I mean, I know I might sound dark to some people, and hey, I'm sorry, but I'm just describing how I truly feel. Now, I'm not saying I'm a depressed person, you know, I want out. Well, I do want out, but I'm not saying I'm depressed. It's just life itself is fucking depressed. I mean, everything you hear on the news, you can't turn on that TV one time and hear anything positive going on in the world, because there ain't nothing fucking positive going on in the world. That's why people always say think positive. How could you think positive when there's literally nothing positive going on in the world? You turn on the news and you already hear mugs, slash, shot, this, inflation, this, that, oh, whatever. It's all just a circus, man. It's literally like a fucking circus. There's nothing freaking positive to be happy for here. You're just here to fucking suffer, man. That's all you're here for. And these are my favorite topics to talk about because it's the cold fucking truth, man. You're just here to suffer. There's no other beneficial of being here. And then people want to make it so old. Meanwhile, all you're going to get out of aging is more health problems. Prostate if you're a guy, things like that. Whatever, you know, just health problems. A whole bunch of shit starts failing you. Your bones get weaker. This gets weaker. This gets more sensitive. This gets more fragile, whatever. And plus, still having to pay fucking bills on top of it. So that, I say to myself, is this really what I look forward to living my whole life here? I look forward to going decades and decades and possibly making it a century here for that? Slap me in the face right now, man. Fuck that. It's just sad because We're complete fools. We're never gonna make life better for us. We're never gonna treat each other with respect. We're never gonna have respect for others. You know, we're always gonna treat each other like complete shit. That's what we look at other people as. Shit. Dog shit. Literally. Get on my level, bro. I make more figures than you. Or get on my level, man. Or you're a race that I don't like, so you're a different color to me, so I don't like you. Things like that. This is all we are to people. This is how we treat each other. Like complete dirt. You know, like complete dirt. Nobody has respect for each other. We're just animals towards each other. And that's something that's gonna, unfortunately, always be. That's why I say to myself, what beneficial are you getting out of living here to the very end? I look at it as a beneficial as escaping this shit sooner than actually living a whole lifetime here. Because you're just living a lifetime full of hell and misery here. That's how I look at it as. People want to know if there's such thing as hell, and there absolutely is. You're in it right now. This is the fucking satanic planet, man. The media and everything's all corrupt. It's all evil. I mean, I don't know anymore. I don't know what else to say at this point. It's just, I'm at a state where I see how life is, and I'm just like, wow, you know, like, I can't believe this is what I'm into, and like, this is where I'm in. Like, out of all things, I had to be the egg to hatch into this bullshit, man. Now, don't get me wrong, because I know there's people that sometimes say, bro, you can't keep thinking this way, you can't be negative and shit like that, and I understand. There's times, you know, I think like this, but at the same time, there's times I do also have good times, you know. I mean, I always see for what this shithole's about. I can't erase that, you know. It's just, you can't erase what you already know, you know what I mean? That's the truth. You can't. But it's not, I guess some people maybe think that this is all I'm thinking about 24/7, when, I mean, there's times I think about it, but there's also, I'm still going on in life, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to just, you know, have fun, hang with friends, do shit like that, you know, like actually live. It's not like I just sit around, do nothing, to the point where I talk bad about life. I mean, life is bad, but you get what I'm trying to say there. I'm not just one of those depressed like people think, you know. I mean, I know I sound depressed from what the things I say, but it doesn't mean I'm really depressed. It's just I'm describing how depressing life is, you know. I mean, when you think about it, there really isn't nothing positive here. There's no positive outcome. There's really no beneficial in living this shit. Now, like I said, I always will say, I'm not saying it's worthless to do. I mean, it is worthless, but I'm not saying let's kill ourselves. You know, I never want to, you know, encourage that. But at the same time, I just don't feel no real purpose here, you know. Like, there's things that make me happy. Me personally, I find myself as a happy person. You know, I like to make people laugh. I like to make jokes. I mean, I'm like, maybe I like to try to be like a clown shit once in a while, but, you know, so I'm not really depressed and dark and just crazy like some people may think I am. It's just I'm trying to expose what life truly is, man. You know, if you think I sound dark, then what does that say about life? That's the thing. People are not seeing life as a dark, depressing place. But when they hear a person like me say it, they're just thinking I'm dark and depressed, or whatever comes in mind in their head. Meanwhile, I'm just saying what life is. So if you're considering me as what you're saying, then you should consider that's what life itself is, because that's all I'm saying out of my mouth is what life is. Depressing, negative, there's really no positives. Everything you hear on the news is negative. I mean, I don't even watch the news anymore because it's so stupid. And then, what was it, a couple days ago, I actually heard on the news for a brief moment, an asteroid was going to plummet Earth. Now, it wasn't going to be a big, extreme asteroid to the point where it was going to end humanity, unfortunately. But, I mean, it probably could have killed someone, you know, probably could have landed somewhere, who knows, and they end up blasting it away. They're trying to protect Earth, and I say to myself, what's the beneficial of protecting Earth when all we're doing in Earth is suffering? On Earth. We're just suffering. It's like, what do you want to live this shit for? That's the thing. I'm so confused. Now, I'm not a suicidal person to the point where it says, fuck this, I'm going to jump off a building or whatever. But I just say to myself, like, what benefit do people see in this life? It's just a curse, man. All you're going to do is work away your life you need a piece of paper for every little thing you do. You're going to get belittled by someone. You might be a certain race to some person that doesn't like you and treat you like shit. You know, like I mean, it's not really the world itself that I blame, and I've said this numerous times. It's us, it's humanity that make this world a living hell, because we don't live the way we should. We don't treat each other respectfully. We have no respect towards another. You know, we treat each other like shit. Who's better than who? Who's cooler than who? Who's this? Who has more swagger? You know, shit like that. Instead of just all being ourselves, we're pretending to be something we're not. We're trying to impress others. That's all life always is, and it's something I'm always gonna keep saying because it's the friggin' truth, man. We're gonna keep we keep impressing. You know, we want to be something we're not, and we pretend we are. We're like a big shot. It's all about competing. It's all about bragging. It's all about shit like that. That's what makes life stress. We cause anxiety and depression and all these friggin' mental problems on ourselves, because the system is all man-made up. The system's made up by us assholes, the elites, whatever. Human beings, humans. I just look at it as the asteroid will end all of this chaos. Because think of it this way. There's serial killers out there. Who knows if the serial killers that watch my videos? Who knows? But all kidding aside, there's people that like to kill other people. Do crime, shit like that. So when you think of it this way, if an asteroid, let's just make believe a big asteroid comes and plummets Earth and we're all wiped out, it's a good thing, because at the same time, all we're doing is wiping each other out, if you get what I mean. We kill one another. You hear on the case, you know, on shows, like how my daughter went missing, my son went missing, or he went missing. So it's like we're just wiping each other out anyway. And that's what the government wants to try to do in general. So at the same time, I say to myself, if the asteroid comes and wipe us all out, all this chaos, all this bullshit, all this drama, all this whatever you want to call it, would just be a thing in the past. That's it. Good riddance. It's done. You know? All the drama stops. All the worrying stops. All the stress stops. Everything stops. You know, it's a funny thing, one of the songs where Run This Town Tonight by Kanye West, Rihanna, or whatever, where towards like the mid-end of the song where Kanye says, "This is a life everyone asked for." Bull fucking shit. No one asked for this shit. We're just dumped into it, and now we got to suffer the consequences that it holds us. So that I have to disagree with. Still like the song, though, don't get me wrong, but that part I disagree. Every time I hear that part, I friggin' laugh. Also, when he said this is a fast life, it feels slow to me, man. If it's a fast life, why am I still here? If you're an animal like a dog or a cat, maybe it's a fast life, but for a fucking human being, my God, you just go decades and decades. But you know what's fucking strange? I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of, like when you think about it, this world's been here for billions and billions of effing years. And our, you know, span that we might make it to is maybe 80, 90, 70, you know, the average lifespan of a human being, 78 to 80 years old. So when you really think about it, it isn't that long, but at the same time, it feels fucking long. Those 80 years of being here in this shit, or 90 years, however long, is pure fucking hell, because you're suffering. And when you're suffering, time goes slower. When you're having fun, if you notice, time goes faster. Oh shit, it was just 3 o'clock, now it's 5? How did 2 hours just go like that? You're having a good time. When you're fucking bored or doing something you can't stand, you're suffering, the time goes fucking slow. And that's like with life. People that are suffering in life, whatever problem they might have, just the rat race itself is a suffering process. It feels like time just goes slow. It feels like you're here for years and millions of years, even though you don't really make it to millions of years, but it literally fucking feels like millions of years, you know? If there's one thing I ask in life, one thing I ask is just, why why do we treat each other like shit? That's one thing, if I could just ask in life, to be different if we could all just literally have respect for each other, help one another out, try to get by in life, doing things not to try to be better than someone, but to actually help someone, including yourself, helping you and whoever else. True survival. Like I always say, true survival. That's true survival. Because you're caring for you and the other person. But all we're caring about is ourselves. We're inconsiderate jerks. We only care for ourselves. What the hell with them? I'm doing good. Oh, I got this Rover, Range Rover, whatever. You know? That's all life is, man. The hell with you. The heck with me. I love with me. You know, I don't know. It's like when you really think about it, every chapter in life is pure hell. When you're born, ready when you're like I would say, I think 4 or 5 years old, you're already going to school. That's the torment. That's when the torment begins. Then, you know, you're in school, you're pretty much your whole childhood life, high school, then you may have to go to college or just get a job or go to stupid college, go in debt, then get a job if you could get out of that debt. Sometimes some people don't even get out of that debt, but whatever happens, happens. And then what ends up happening, and then your whole life you spend working, wasting away. You're in your prime. You're in your 20s or 30s, let's say. You're in great shape. Everything so far is going well. But yet, you're eating your body to death. You're eating your body away, being somewhere all day, stressed out. How am I going to be able to keep up with the bills coming? Oh, the taxes are due. Oh, now this is due. Oh, man, this job's not paying me enough, man. I need a raise, or I need to get something else, or I need a secondary job. And that just puts stress on ourselves. Then we get old, 50, 60, and that's when we could most likely friggin' retire. And then what do we suffer from then? Health problems. Just the stage of getting old, having a whole bunch of health problems, whatever the health problems might be. I'm not going to go into detail, but you know what I mean. And then, all right, you're not working now, you're getting a check from retirement, but now instead of enjoying life, doing what you want to do, you're spending your life in doctors. Oh, you need this, or you need that, whatever. And then what ends up happening after that? You fucking die. You friggin' die. So when you think about it, this whole life is a complete circus from the moment you're born to the moment you die. Dying is when you're finally fucking free. At least I would hope. You're born, you go to school, college, when you're in your upper 20s, 30s, and so on. You go decades being a sheep. Stressing how you're going to keep up with the system, how you're going to keep up with the bills, the this, the that, boom. And then, let's say you finally get to retire when you're like 50, 60, whatever. Now, you got to go to doctors. You got health problems. You have this, you have that. Arthritis, let's just say. I'm just making up shit. Whatever it might be. Like I said, I'm not going into detail, but menopause, like shit like that, just a whole bunch of things. So when you think about it, your life is at hell at every stage of life, of your life. At least if you have to be a sheep and you were free from the beginning, at least you could say, if you're in your 20s or 30s, you could say, I was in my prime, I had fun, I did what I truly wanted to do. But you can't even say that, because around that age, that's when you're hustling your ass, working. You're using all that power, you're using all that energy that you have, all that well-being that you currently have in your young stage at a job, getting yourself gray hair, getting yourself overworked. And that's probably what causes more health problems as you get old. And plus, just in general, as you get old, you get health problems. So how I look at it as, what real benefit is there to life? You're never at ease. You're never at ease. From the moment you're born to the moment you friggin' die. You're never at ease. Oh my God. You're never at ease. Well, you guys beeping, stressed out. I gotta get to my job. Go, you asshole. I'm gonna be late. There you go. Perfect example. But you're never at fucking ease, man. From the moment you're born to the moment you friggin' croak. You're dealing with nonsense. oh, but now I can retire. Yeah, now what do you do now? You pretty much go to doctors now. You have health problems. You have this wrong with you. You have that wrong with you. Some people may be healthy all the way to the end. I mean, everyone's going to have some kind of a problem. It's just part of life. Some sadly have more and worse and more severe problems, obviously, unfortunately. But what I'm trying to say is we're all going to have some kind of issue in life. So at every stage, it's just pure negativity. You know? That's how I fucking look at it as, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point. It's just crazy. So at this point, if an asteroid comes, let it fucking just finish it, man. Why do we want to live this life so bad? That's what I say to myself. Why do you want to live this shit so bad? I want to have kids. I want to put them on the hamster wheel now. Get on there, Jacob. Okay, Daddy. Am I making you proud? Yeah. High five. Keep that wheel. Tie your sneaker. You're going to make the wheel stop. Sorry. Good son. Come on, man. This is a fucking circus, guys. This is a circus that needs to come to an end. And if I sound dark to some people, hey, I apologize, but it's the goddamn truth, man. We're just wiping each other. We're wiping ourselves away. So at this point, I think I'd rather have an asteroid wipe me away and just get it over with. 1, 2, 3. We're dying slowly every day in pain, suffering, torment. When an asteroid could come and just 1, 2, 3, it's over. It's over. It's done with. The suffering's gone. We just cut right to the chase. That's basically what life's already doing, but in a slow form. Oh, stress, work, bills. Oh, I got to retire. I got to see the doctor. I have a pain in my back when my heart hurts. I may have a stroke. I mean, you can get a stroke at any age, but I mean, when you're old, more things like that are prone to happen. You know, I'm not making fun of that. I'm just saying this is what goes on in our lives. When an asteroid could just end it 1, 2, fucking 3. But no, let's save Earth, man. Let's protect the Earth. Let's protect the Earth and keep getting gray hair living here on Earth. Working all day on Earth. Being inside a building here on Earth. Missing out the blue sky here on Earth. Because I'm at a desk all day, or I'm a construction worker all day, or whatever the hell I'm doing all fucking day. To try to just keep up with this wheel, to keep going around and around and around. Food's going up, everything's going fucking up. A phone one day is going to cost 20 grand. Literally, I wouldn't be surprised. Gas one day is going to be $2,000. Food shopping, one day it's going to cost $10,000. I mean, oh my God, guys. I need a bullet and I need to pull the trigger. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day there, guys. Yeah, beautiful day, but at the same time, life isn't beautiful like it should be. And that's all thanks to us assholes, you know, humanity. But yeah, anyway, love you all. Take it easy.